Right now at noon, the Trump administration facing a deadline to comply with a federal judge's order. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Monday. I'm Brooke Hash. The order said the administration must use emergency funding to cover SNAP benefits during this government shutdown. And the president had until right here at noon to respond. The Department of Agriculture had planned to freeze payments for SNAP on Saturday, saying it could no longer fund it due to the shutdown. And in a social media post Friday, President Trump said he didn't want Americans to go hungry and was having government lawyers look into preparing SNAP payments as soon as possible. His administration has not said yet if those payments would be full or partial benefits. We'll, of course, continue to update this story if the federal government does respond in the next hour. New here at noon, Mayor Craig Greenberg just announced the Main Free Public Library in downtown Louisville will close for up to a year beginning on December 1st. Greenberg said it was the last thing he wanted to do, but contractors told him it would not be possible to stay open during some major renovations taking place there. The mayor said the services many relied on downtown will still be offered at other branches, including a new computer center and expanded access to internet. We'll be learning more throughout the afternoon. LMPD had a busy Halloween weekend responding to a number of separate shootings. Now, in the Beachmont neighborhood, police said late Saturday night they found a man shot near Rutherford Elementary School. He later died at the hospital. No suspects there. Now, earlier in the day, a teenager believed to be 17 was killed in a shooting in PRP. Officers said it happened around 3 Saturday morning on Flintlock Drive along Dixie Highway. A neighbor described to us hearing people yelling after that shooting.
And he just kept screaming it, kept saying it, like wanting everybody to know he ain't have no ops, he didn't have no enemies, man, he was cool with everybody. I guess he was freaking out, wondering right away how could that happen to that kid or something.
Right now, LMPD does not know what led up to that shooting, but the homicide unit is investigating. And then just before 11 Friday night on Halloween evening, officers were called to a crash on Euclid Avenue in the Taylor-Berry neighborhood. That's where they found a man critically injured from a shooting who had then crashed his car into a tree. He was taken to U of L Hospital with life-threatening injuries. And around that same time, a shooting victim arrived at Marian Elizabeth Hospital and taken then to University Hospital, where he is expected to recover. Lastly, LMPD responded to the Jacobs neighborhood for a shooting around 7 o'clock Sunday morning. Police found a man with a gunshot wound off Berry Boulevard. He was taken to the hospital, again expected to survive there, but a number of shooters on the run at this point. If you have any information about any of these cases, you are encouraged to call LMPD's anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Here at the top of the noon hour, a really nice day on tap for us after a really nice weekend, Matthew. Hoping it continues.
Yeah, overall, it was a nice Halloween weekend. Hope you was able to get out and enjoy the trick-or-treating. But yeah, we're going to continue that, especially for this week. To kick off your Monday, overall for this afternoon, still seeing the nice sunshine and really been keeping these nice fall conditions in the forecast for the past several weeks, actually. Current temperatures right now just into the mid-50s, 56 degrees here in Louisville. Out into Seymour, 55 degrees. A little bit cooler heading further south into Munfordville and Hodgenville, where temperatures are into the lower 50s. Heading out the door for lunch hour, it will be a beautiful day, and that sunny trend will continue, but we are tracking some rain showers possible on the way for the back end of the week. The next 12 hours, we'll have those temperatures into the upper 50s today, closer to 60 degrees, but we'll come very close to it with that nice sunshine. Back in tonight, we'll see another cool night on tap where temperatures will fall off into the 40s. Highs today, really across the area, into the 60s for some spots, but really most of everyone going to be into the upper 50s. Taylorsville down to Springfield, into Campbellsville, still going to see those upper 50s out there. Overnight lows tonight, though, will likely drop off into the mid-30s, and some areas even into the lower 30s for some frost conditions possible for a clear and chilly night. Of course, just as I said, we do have the rain returning later this week. I'll be timing out if it'll be a washout of a day for your Friday, or we'll see those rain showers come quick and move out. Coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back over to you, Brooke.
Matthew, thank you. Ahead of Veterans Day next week, Greenwood Cemetery in West Louisville hosted the 7th annual Black Veterans Day ceremony. There was a color guard, a playing of the national anthem, and a rifle salute, all to honor our veterans and their unforgettable sacrifice. One veteran told us the service comes with a lot of responsibility.
It's something that we take very seriously. We would lay down our life for this country. A lot of us have done just that.
The event also honored Civil War hero Sergeant Elijah Mars, buried in Greenwood Cemetery after his death in 1910. Louisville has more events lined up this week for its Veterans Week of Valor, including the Kentucky Veterans Parade coming up this Saturday at 11 a.m. and for the first time in New Lou. Former Kentucky Governor Martha Lane Collins died over the weekend at the age of 88. She was the first and only woman to hold the office in the state's history. Our Alex Dieter looked back through our archives, capturing her Kentucky legacy.
Former Kentucky Governor Martha Lane Collins has died at the age of 88.
You do solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of governor according to law.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
December 13th, 1983, Collins became the first and only woman elected governor of Kentucky. The Democratic governor held the seat until 1987, during a time when Kentucky governors were limited to single terms. Education and economic development were the focuses of her administration. Her most prominent legacy is the Toyota assembly plant in Georgetown. She also worked for years to overhaul the state's public education system. Governor Andy Beshear announced her death on social media, calling her a powerhouse. Here's Collins the day of Beshear's inauguration in 2019.
This is a wonderful day.
Senator Mitch McConnell shared his condolences to Collins' family, calling the former governor a tireless advocate for all levels of education and as a woman known for breaking barriers, remembered by many as a proud Kentuckian.
If you haven't been to Kentucky, and if you haven't seen the Kentucky Derby, then you haven't been anywhere and you haven't seen anything.
In Louisville, Alex Dieter, or WHAS11 on your side.
Lane Collins leaves behind her husband, Bill, and 2 children. Governor Andy Beshear has ordered all flags to be at half-staff until the day of internment. No arrangements for a service, though, or funeral have been announced just yet.